last 2 days we've been doing a motion capture of the band for the Metallica Guitar Hero game. And it's been a lot of fun. We've had the whole band in here performing songs.
I got to wear spandex again. It reminded me of the old days.
What they're doing is they're taking all those movements and digitizing them and inserting them into the video game itself so that it will look more real to life and more personalized and more familiar to people who actually know the band and know the game.
I think one of the other things that was kind of fun about today was just the physical side of it and getting up there and jamming and kind of breaking in those muscles.
Another thing we did was we sat down for a bunch of face and body scans to make sure that they had all the proportions right.
Metallica music, there is a lot of facial expressions, small, big. When we're on stage, they come out. So hopefully we captured a lot of them here.
They've got it down to the minute details, and it's pretty cool. It just goes to show how thorough this whole operation is. You know, scanning our entire bodies, scanning our faces, scanning our motions. It's pretty complete.
Favorite part of the day was running around and acting like a nutty 12-year-old on stage. That was good.
Yeah, one point he leaned over to me and said, "Hey, we're in a video game."
Metallica is like an honest timeline from one album, you know, to where we're at now, honestly where we are in our lives. For me, growing up, music was my savior. It was my therapy. It was my voice speaking for me. I related to music so much as a kid.
When I was growing up, all we had was broomsticks and tennis rackets to play air guitar and get the feeling of being in a band and jamming.
All I wanted to do was be the guys on the posters in my room. I wanted to be that.
My kids, you know, talking about Deep Purple and Mountain and Aerosmith and Black Sabbath, they're not talking about what they hear on the radio. This is what they're talking about. And it's really cool to be part of that. Not only would it be an opportunity for the fans to learn the new songs, it'll also be an opportunity for us to relearn our new songs. I think it's great. I think having access to new music in this kind of format, I think is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant idea.
feel free and come along with us, go back and explore history and catch up again. Who wouldn't want to be a rock star? I certainly wanted to be, and nearing that, you know, now that we're in a video game, I think we've reached that.
Guitar Hero Metallica! Woo!
I think this is just another great step for a kid who wants to speak through music.
The fact that we get a chance to introduce the Metallica music to a whole new generation and be part of putting a different spin on the video game experience, it's really cool to be part of that.
This game's enabling people to step into my stage shoes and be able to experience playing with the band.
Probably as close to feeling what we feel as you could get, besides trying to get on stage at a concert. I don't recommend that. We have lots of pyro.
Metallica's got a giant catalog, been around for a long time. We've got a lot of songs, and the catalog continues to be popular. Including other bands in the Metallica Guitar Hero could be looked at many different ways, whether they were actual support acts, just bands we listened to, or bands that we like that we never got to play with. Paying homage to them and thanking them for inspiring us to get to where we are, because we wouldn't be here without their inspiration.
What we try to do, like with Guitar Hero Aerosmith and now Guitar Hero Metallica, is we try and embrace the band's essence. In terms of the Guitar Hero game, every single song plays freaking awesome. Like, they all play well on guitar, there's some great bass lines in there, all the drumming is fantastic, there's some great singing in there, they all play perfect. It's like the perfect band for Guitar Hero. There's a lot of Metallica fans here as well, and we've seen lots of Metallica shows, and I think I've read every single article and looked at every single book I could think of, and then we try to draw on the fans for inspiration. We wanted to do a little thing, I guess it's kind of self-serving, because we thought it would make the game better, and do something for the fans too, where we ran a contest to show us your Metallica shrines, basically. To go in there and see what kind of crazy, psycho, over-the-top Metallica rooms these guys had.
My name's Tim Matlack, 23 years old, and I'm from King City, California.
My name is John Rebo. I'm 37, and I'm from Los Angeles, California.
Metallica puts out a record, all the Metallica fans go out and buy it day one because they're so into the band, because they mean so much to those people.
I've seen Metallica about 23 times.
Oh, I've seen them 8 times.
Every album they've had, I've bought it the day it came out.
Anything that comes out, we're like, yes, this is gold, this is perfect.
There was one guy that doesn't listen to any band other than Metallica at all. There's guys with Metallica, you know, everything in their car is like, you know, Metallica license plates and it's Metallica everything.
This paraphernalia, I would say I started collecting it about 6 years ago. My first piece was my McFarlane set of the Justice for All tour. And this drum head is from Lars that I got signed pretty recently. And I got the drumstick from the Neversoft guys at Guitar Hero.
I think that really shows you, you know, how into the band these fans are. It was amazing.
With every DVD I own, with every CD I own, with every anything I own of theirs, I feel like I'm that much closer to knowing those guys. I take a lot of pride in owning all these shirts. This is me and Rob. This is my favorite item. I also have the autographs.
So we wanted to get that footage of those guys just to show the rabid fan base and have them come on into the studio. We brought them in. We had them watch Lars Ulrich do his drum motion capture. We had them meet Lars.
Are those the contest winners?
That day was amazing, man. I went down to LA, never driven there before on my own, and we went inside, and it was amazing.
We got to go in and see the guys that create the game, and got to talk with them for a little while, and they showed us the game and the different songs and different ideas that they've all done, and And then the big moment came when we got to sit there and watch Lars play for about a half an hour.
You're not recording, are you? You're not recording, are you?
Now, the guy told me when Lars was there, I could only have one thing signed, and Lars evidently overheard that and made sure that he signed all 5 or 6 of the items that I had.
Are you guys good? Yeah. Signed or?
I couldn't believe I was in the same room with Lars Ulrich watching him nail drum tracks for this game, and it was probably one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life.
Well, there's a lot of moves that the band does, kind of signature moves for each song that they do. I think one of the most noticeable ones is Robert Trujillo, the bass player. When he plays Seek and Destroy, there's just one part where he does this like crazy windmill spin. And like we knew that he did that, right? So we needed to make sure that we captured it. So like he's doing this crazy windmill spin, and we're trying to capture all the moment. And then he's got his hair flying around. We had to have them come in and do it because we want it to be authentic. It's like the next best thing to seeing them live.
Guitar Hero alone is awesome, but to have my favorite band in Guitar Hero is like, wow, they look identical to how they do in real life, and all their movements and everything are great. So the game looks really great.
It's the most metal game ever created on the planet. I can't explain it.
I'm really excited about the drums being a part of it and the microphone being a part of it. You know, maybe I can get my whole family going on it.
Their lyrics and their music, they're a real band, you know? They're a real band that writes about real stuff that people can relate to, and I think that the fans just embrace that and just, they become like family to these people.
Metallica! See you on the road, baby! Woo!
Abonnez-vous à la guitare